I'd love to just try a little something together and see what happens.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Refused to mass-produce their instruments. Their goal was craftsmanship, not money. Instead, in 2006, they decided to slow down demand by withdrawing the hung from shops, stating that would-be owners now had to write in to the company. Thousands of letters began to arrive from across the globe. Even if a letter reached Panhard, an invite to visit their Swiss workshop and select a hung was not always forthcoming. Such limited supply fueled the mystique around these instruments, and obtaining one became something of a quest.
My first point of contact to Panhard was actually writing them. Yeah, it was a handwritten letter.
One person who managed to win them over is musician Daniel Waples.
I actually asked them, can you send me one? Yeah, I didn't know about going there and having this magical journey of actually going to their workshop on the side of the River Ayer, just outside of Bern. So yeah, I just kind of laid myself out, you could say. I kind of just spoke very freely about myself and sort of said, your instrument helped me, please can I have one?
So when you visited the hung house, I mean, what was that like?
Wow, it was quite an experience, I suppose. I mean, at the time that I was there, I was kind of overwhelmed by seeing so many instruments, you know, so beautifully created, all lined up next to each other. Luckily for my trip there, I booked 5 days. And at that point, Panhard were actually receiving people, and they had a little room with 2 beds in, and a little sink and a little bathroom there, actually in the workshop. Well, for those 5 days, I was actually sleeping there in the workshop. For a few of those days, they had other visitors coming, so I ended up actually sleeping in the rafters of the building for a few days. It was quite funny.